Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Hey, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass for a wonderful, wonderful Monday afternoon here. Early eve, as we call it. How y'all doing today? Make some comments. Let me know who you are, where you are out there, if you will. Stephen Bell in the house from Don't Tell Steve. George Orr in the house. Drummer extraordinaire, Strange Love Time. How are you, man? The Wanderers. Glenn is in the house on the Tube of You channel. And Kara is here. How you doing, Kara? Thanks for dropping by today. Mickey Evans in the house from Sweet Sister Mercy. Great to have all of you on here and all you music-loving friends with us today. I have had a whirlwind weekend. Not a lot of live music, but I'll mention some of it. And we'll have the chance to give you that in just a little bit. But I will tell you, we're going to take calls today. If anybody wants to call in and report in on what they did over the weekend and their musical fun, we'd love to hear from you. Hi, Robbie. Just got back into town late last night. So kind of pulling it all together here today. Trying to get some things going on, getting ready for some great trivias this week. Still holding out on the weather. Hopefully everything's going to be good for another week or two here as we do some more patio time down at Heather's on Wednesday. And Skip from Liars for Hire in the house. Looked like you had a great show on Friday. I was out of state, but love to hear that you had a great show at Froggy's for sure. Rob Paisley, how are you? Thank you for being with us today. And who else we got here? Robbie from Owensboro, Kentucky. Thank you, Robbie, for checking in today. I appreciate you stopping. Let me try that again. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, we've got some great music in the tri-state, and Robbie down there in Kentucky, Owensboro area. There we go. Hi, Derek Stewart from Controversy for Breakfast. You don't have to call me Mr. Hall, but I think I saw my dad pop on here, so you can call him Mr. Hall. He is referred to as Mr. Hall. I am referred to as Scotty in their world. Hi, Cricket. Thanks for being here. How you doing? Where's my cricket noise today? I always give Cricket the cricket noise. There we go. Thanks for being here. She can make that perfect cricket noise too. Yes. All right, Steve Stein in the house. How you doing? What's going on, Steve? Hopefully you had a great event up there in Butler Township that you were helping put on, I know. Good to have you, Derek. All right, guys, let's get started. First and foremost, we pre-recorded the show because I was traveling on Thursday and didn't get a chance to go live Thursday. We went live Wednesday, despite what we were trying to do was to pre-record it and have it scheduled to post, and none of that was working out. So we just went live on Wednesday and then rebroadcast it on Thursday at 5 o'clock. And shoot, we got over 3,000 views. Thank you for that, people. We appreciate it. So 3,000 views on Thursday's show where we were talking about who's playing out. Brought to you by Froggy's in Monroe, Ohio. And if you know a band, solo artist, duo, anybody that would like to be featured on our Who's Playing Out list, have them get in contact with me. We'll add them to one of our submission groups and they can throw it our way. It's that easy. Yes. How are you, Marie? Thank you for dropping by. If you're out there, make a comment, guys. Let me know how your weekend was. If you saw somebody play over the weekend and you didn't get a chance to post it on our page, we had like 90 comments already on that one today. Thank you for that. About who you saw play over the weekend. So we appreciate those comments always. But if there's somebody you saw somewhere you didn't get a chance to post it on our page yet and where you saw them, put it on. This is live. This is not Memorex, Carrie. It was Memorex on Thursday. It was. We still got a ton of views, so I appreciate that a lot. It's good. I've said appreciate about 17 times today because I do. I appreciate all of you. Let me say that one more time. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep rolling, guys. Here from the All Around Town studios in beautiful downtown Springboro, Ohio, your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more in the tri-state. And we're here on a Monday with weekend update. So if you saw somebody play over the weekend, drop it in the comments. We'll talk about it. Also, I'm going to take your calls. So get a pen or a pencil or screenshot this, because I'm about to give you what we refer to as the phone number to call in on. Let me find it here. If I can find it, I'll get it put up there for you. Oh, it's here somewhere. Hold on. It's in all my stuff. I don't do this very often. Not the show, but this call-in thing. So first and foremost, I'll throw this one up. Drop us a comment if you saw somebody play over the weekend here on Weekend Update. We'd appreciate that as well. But if you'd like to call in today, and I'll take your calls whenever you want to bring them to me, give me a call right there. 937-479-5839. We'll bring it right into the studio board and give you the opportunity to tell us all about your musical ventures over the weekend. Don't be shy. Just convert over and watch it on your iPad while you call in. Now, there will be a delay, I'll tell you that. So you have to turn down your volume or it'll mess up the world. But there's the thing, 937-479-5839. We'll bring you right through the board into the virtual world of All Around Town Radio today. And that'll be so much fun. What do we got here? Hi, Pete. Yes, there is somebody out there. We're out here. Pete Johnson in the house. Glenn checking in, said Friday at Laurie's Roadhouse for Jason Owen Band. Sean Gerhard's tribute to Garth. And then Trillions for the Gamut. Wow, you had a busy weekend. You did. Hi, Seven West. How are you? Good to see you, Seven. Hopefully everything is well with you. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, we traveled over the weekend, and for the first time in a long time, our travel was good. There were no delays, no hiccups at all. Everything was perfect. The rental car pickup was perfect. The rental car, it was okay. I mean, it was small, which is okay because there was only two of us in it. But it wasn't something where you saw something coming down the road and you wanted to pull out and try to get in front of them, because it was, I felt like, what was Scotty from Star Trek? I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. And it still wasn't enough. I think it had a couple squirrels running on a treadmill in the motor compartment to make that thing work. But we did get a chance to travel to Florida, Alabama / and we had a blast. Had a good time. We were there for a friend's wedding, their daughter's wedding, and really good time on the beach. Nice big beach house, 10 folks in that. I think we had staying in the beach house. Every room had its own full bath. That was nice. It was really nice. Now that I've bored you with my family vacation stuff, there's some of it, but we'll tell you about some of the music we got to see too. Didn't see a lot, but we saw some great stuff. Let's see what we've got. Cricket here. Worked at the Back Home Patriots benefit Friday night for the veterans at Memorial Hall. Thank you for that. Appreciate you supporting our veterans. We're a big supporter of our military and our military veterans here at All Around Town Radio, and we appreciate that so much. Rick Henderson, how are you? Had lots of music and laughs with the Standard Country Time Band Friday and Saturday, and Sunday, he said. All right. Well, I knew you played Friday down at Hunter, I think, but where'd you play Sunday? I don't remember that one. So, good things there, Rick Henderson. Standard Country Time Band does a wonderful matinee show down at Pullman Lanes on Wednesdays at 1:00 in the afternoon. Want to see something fun, go there. That's a great time. Good old-fashioned country music it is. For real. All right, guys, we're taking your calls. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to throw it up here. If you don't want to call, I know everybody always has a little bit of caller fright for some reason, or they just don't give a crap. That could be it too. But if you want to call in, here's the number. Call now, 937-479-5839. Operators are standing by. 937-479-5839. Give us a call in the studio here. We'll bring you through the board to everybody to hear you. That's how we can do it on the show today. If you'd ever like to be on the show, though, I can bring you in virtually by video. We can have a good old time. And we do that with bands on Wednesday with the band. Recently had Gary Hoy and Britt Lightning from Vixen on. That was a great time. Let's see who's commenting here. I see some comments popping up. I get a little light that blinks when I get a comment. Tanya in the house. How you doing, Tanya? Thanks for dropping by. Hello, Jill. Thank you, my friend, for being here. Good to see your smiling icon on there. Or is that your smiling icon? Yes, I think it is. It's like this big, so it's hard to see. All right, guys, let me tell you a little bit about the music we saw over the weekend. Then if somebody calls in, I'll interrupt that for breaking news, as we say. So 937-479-5839 if you want to talk about anything that has to do with your music you saw this week, or anybody out there that has musical news. Maybe you're going to release an album. Maybe you're going to release pictures of you naked or those kind of things. Tell us about it. Call in, tell us about it. We don't care. We don't care. We'll do anything on a Monday. But if you don't, it's the usual, because most people don't call in. They're scared. Scared they are for some reason. All right. Went to this cool place over the weekend when we were out and about, and I'll get to, Glenn's throwing in his Saturday now. That was just his Friday. Okay. And standard, let's see, he started out at Cincinnati Guitar Fest and Play It Forward, Southgate House for Mojo Blues Cats. Then Operation Pumpkin in Hamilton for Sapphire Express Band, followed by Don't Tell Steve. Wow. Yeah, Glenn says slow weekend. He likes to tell all the stories about where he goes. And usually he's like right up front. He is. He's like a front row guy all the time. Jill, she said naked. Well, I'm just saying, whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about it. As long as they don't throw us off the book of face, that'll be fine. So place we went, this long running bar, it's been there since, for 60 years. I don't know exactly the year it opened. Some of you may know if you've been there, called Florabama. It's right on the Florida-Alabama line. And it sits nestled between two giant high-rise condo complexes and all that, right on the Gulf of Mexico. This place is really cool. It is a music mecca, by the way. But as we were there, and we were in there, on a Friday afternoon. Yes, Stephen Bell says, love that bar. It's a really cool place. If you've never seen it, that was my first time being there. It wowed me. There are multiple levels of this place, multiple bars throughout the place. They have this big giant liquor room where everything goes into these holders, the liquor bottles, into pumps and goes to trigger guns on the bars. So everything they make is consistent. It's all the same pour every time. All that with all the different types of drinks. And they have, beachy type of drinks, those kind of things, the Florabama Jamma and those kind of things that are all filled with punch and rum and fun stuff. Or ice cream drinks like Mrs. All Around Town had, called the Bushwhacker, which they're famous for, that had Screwball peanut butter whiskey in it and those kind of things. It was a really cool time down there. But this multi-level place, in the first area you walk into as you hit the bar that's on the beach side, you walk right into this gift shop, and man, are they selling the merch. They sell more merch than a rock concert, man. They were selling the merch. Constant line at the cashier, and people buying their t-shirts, their hats, you name it, they had it, koozies, and everything with this logo on it. Hello, Mark Robinson from Sweet Sister Mercy. So, it's called Florabama. And as we went on in under this big tent, which is obviously a musical venue area, was this elderly gentleman sitting at the front on a stool with a bingo machine, and they were playing bingo, and the place was packed with bingo players in the afternoon on a Friday. Now, you don't play like you normally do if you get your coverall or your four corners or whatever the heck you do in bingo. You don't go up and win money. You win certificates for drinks. So you get a free drink if you win the game and those kind of things. So these people were packing in here for bingo, mind you. And then we wandered into, hello, David Thornton. How are you, my friend? Good to see you here. David Thornton Music. Follow him on the Book of Face, guys, if you can. I will tell you that this place, though, had several bars, and there was a large bar, as they call it, or the Dome Bar, I believe, as it's referred to at Florabama. And we stumbled in on this guy who was 22 years old, and he is from Murfreesboro, Arkansas. Now, this kid was pure country, called Lil Skinny, and he fit the bill. He's a skinny dude, big tall guy, playing some great music. And what was funny is he was playing to the crowd in there and doing requests and doing all kinds of things that are, down the wheelhouse of the new country stuff. I mean, everything from Morgan Wallen. But he'd been playing, I understand, looking at his bio, since he was like 15 years old. And he's been touring across the country with many, many big country acts as their opener. And his name is Ethan, actually, but he goes by Lil Skinny. And got a chance to hear him play and sing, and he did a good job. He was one of those guys that plays that with that Arkansas Texan kind of swing sound and all that as he up there on the stage, and really had a good time. He was good, and the folks there loved him. They were cheering for him. They were yelling out requests for him. There were woo girls. There were. Do I have my woo girls here? I think I got my woo girls in this thing somewhere. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, here's the woo girls. Yes, you heard a lot of that. There was a whole lot of woo girls. And Stephen Bell says staying in Gulf Shores. The place shuts down at 9, so we figured the place shuts down at 9, and you found that place by accident. Yeah, I'd go back. If I had time, I'd have been back 3 or 4 times too. I thought it was a really cool place. And they've got 2 more places across the street on the inner waterway that are nice restaurant-y looking, tiki bar looking places and all that. Plus their own liquor store out front and lottery sales. And they know how to make money, let me tell you. The place was making bank, judging by their $2 million boat that was sitting in the back on the Back Bay area too, that had their logo on it. I'd say they make a lot of money. And you can charter that boat if you want to go out and watch the Blue Angels fly over Pensacola Beach, or if you want to go watch fireworks or any other type of thing that goes on down there, you can charter their boat too. So there was lots of ways of making money. And Cricket says she saw a Charles Moreno country band, Bourbon Road, at the Moose Hall in Hamilton. Yes, the Bourbon Road Band. There you go, Cricket. And, Jimmy Kilroy, you're late to the party, my friend, but it's good to have you with us. So we're talking about our weekend update. And again, if you saw somebody else like Cricket just posted there, throw it in and we'd love to hear from you. Or you can call in today. We will take your calls here on our weekend update. And it's real simple to call in. All you got to do is call this number, 937-479-5839. I would love to talk to somebody today instead of just rambling myself. I would. But let me get back to Floribama, where we were over the weekend. Now, that was Friday. We got a chance to see this music. We were there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday, and then flew back late last night. But this kid, Lil Skinny, you can follow him. He's got some stuff on YouTube. Ethan Lil Skinny on YouTube, I believe is the way it is. So that was our first one. But then we stumbled upstairs to this little intimate bar with the bar along the wall and tables and chairs. And met this little girl there named Emily White. And I want to tell you, Emily, we're going to hear about Emily White on, she's going to be somewhere doing some fun stuff with the big names. I'm telling you, this girl's voice was like butter. Amazing. David Thornton saw Iron Maiden. I would love somebody to call in and tell me about Iron Maiden. Yes. And the Fantastics, our friend Jessica Merchant at Kings Island on Sunday. Awesome. Good for you, David Thornton. Send me your gigs, will you? I missed them again this week, I think. I don't remember if I did or not, but I think I did. All right. So Emily White, follow her on YouTube as well in the Book of Face, if you will. And if you comment on her page, tell her All Around Town Radio sent you. But Emily White grew up in Mississippi, and she's got this smooth Southern sound, sweet voice. She has performed, across the Southwest at locations like Floribama, Tootsie's, and she's in Nashville now, like everybody else is pretty much. But she's open for many groups out there, such as our friend Seven West just did, like, Confederate Railroad, Mo Bandy, the Atlanta Rhythm section. She has opened, let's see. Oh, actually, she played the CMTs in 2021 as the Next Women of Country group with her group Chapel Heart. So she's a great voice, and we listened to her for quite a bit. And I'm telling you, you're going to hear this girl on the radio. She has got that kind of fantastic sound, Emily White. And that was in a really awesome bar in there that you could just sit and relax and listen to good music. And I mean, she didn't even need a PA hardly. She could just sit there and talk to everybody. And she was telling stories about the song. She did an original tune that I thought was fantastic as well. And let me see if I can remember the name of that tune. Child of Mississippi. That was it. It was kind of about her growing up and such. She's got all kinds of music out there. She's got You. She's got Hello, Darling. And she's got Every Breath You Take, it's called, that she has written and done. And they're available on all the platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Prime, and all the other good stuff if you're into that. So check out Emily White if you get a chance, guys. And I'm still waiting on that phone call to come in. You guys are all being losers today. I'm just going to say it out loud. And if you saw somebody play over the weekend, guys, and you're watching right now, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. I've got Billy Michaels in the house. How you doing? I see you checking in. Roger, thank you for being here. Jill Hennessy joining the party. Ginger Smith is here, and Ellen Dunlap is also watching today. Thank you, Daryl, for being here. Gosh, we got a ton of you in there. And yeah, if you've ever been to the Gulf Shores area of Alabama or Orange Beach or any of that, I highly suggest trying this Floribama. It's tourist attraction, but it's an awesome place to be. And it's just one of those fun places on the beach where it's constantly full of touristy people who are having fun and drinking those frozen drinks and all the fun stuff that goes into having a party there. And Billy, how are you, man? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in so long. Hope you're doing all right. What else we got? Jill would call me, but all she did was go to physical therapy. We can talk about your physical therapy too, if you want. You know, we can talk about knee things. Yes. Hi, Norma. She says, see you Friday night. Well, I see you. What am I seeing you Friday night with? Uh-oh. Do I know? Am I missing something I should know about here? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I better look. I'm going to look at my calendar now. You've sparked my interest. I don't know. Maybe she's talking to somebody else. Or maybe she's talking about Kevin McCoy. Oh, the Bel Airs. Yeah, you will not see me. I am not doing shows at the Sorg this year. I've been just too darn busy. And my friend Al Pacheau still booking all those shows down there, does a great job. And that kind of thing. They had a little budgetary issue for a while, and I get it. During COVID, it hurt them a bunch, but they're getting back and running well at the Sorg Theater. And we're doing some, videos for them and things like that in the distance, but I haven't been doing shows live there. But the Bel Air's great group. If you want to go back to the 50s and, spend a day at Happy Days, that's what that's about. The Bel Air's there at the Sorg. You can get tickets to that at cincyticket.com too, by the way. For real. All right. So that really was my weekend, I'm going to tell you. But we flew Delta Airlines. Got to give a shout out to Delta, man. They are a well-oiled machine. Flew from Dayton to Atlanta, and then hopped over to Mobile, Alabama. And then we drove in from Mobile about an hour and a half down to where we were staying. And, and one thing that really shocked me and amazed me about that area where we were, Floribama, as they call it, was how clean. I mean, and I lived in a beach town for many years. Didn't hold a candle to this about how clean it was. This whole area is pristine, and they had a shrimp festival going on in Gulf Shores, and had a chance to visit that. And that was a good time. Lots of crafts, and they had like 5 stages set up there. And it was so busy that we really didn't get a chance to write down, a whole lot of who was playing and all that. Got to hear some good music there. There was a main stage, a side stage, and then several other little locations. They had people playing live music, like right on the beach. And that was another great time of music as we took that one in on Friday afternoon before we went down to Floribama. Brett Brock says the Bel Airs are awesome. They are. They're a great group, and they are keeping the 50s alive, and I love that. That's wonderful music back then, 50s and 60s music, and they keep it alive. They sure do. The Bel Airs, guys, playing this weekend at the Sorg Theater. They are. So anybody else have anything they saw over the weekend? Throw it in the comments. We've got about 3 minutes left on the show, and we'd love to hear from you, or I'd love to take your call if somebody wants to call. Give me a ringy dingy, 937-479-5839. It's that simple. Just that simple, people. Or drop it in the comments if you want to tell us who you saw play over the weekend. We'd love to hear from you. Got to get that off the screen. There we go. That's much better. Much better. What else we got happening here? All right, that's it. I'm waiting on the phone to ring, but it isn't happening. Nobody calls me. Nobody likes me today. I don't think. Got to see the Interns, Roger said, at Mansion Hill Tavern. Now there's a show. The Interns. Yes, those guys, for a 3-piece band, they rock. I mean, they really do rock the house. And, it's hard to beat Dave Taylor on guitars. He's an amazing performer. Gino, same way. I mean, this a really good band. Mansion Hill. There you go. All right, guys. Well, if you're not going to call today, we're just going to sit here and say goodbye. We are. Thanks for tuning in, though. That was our weekend update. Not a lot of music to report on, obviously. We were down somewhere else. But if you want to follow Emily White Music, follow her on Facebook. And if you ever comment on her stuff, tell her you heard about it on All Around Town Radio. I'm trying to work. I sent a message to her management today, and we're going to try to get her on the show and talk to her because she was a great storyteller. I'd love to have her on. And again, we've got some great bands coming up in the future on Wednesday with the band here, guys, that we're scheduling, and we'd love to hear from them. And want to give a big shout out to our friend Lee Reed, who's a production guy for DV8 and River City Productions, as it's known. And he got married over the weekend. So congratulations, Lee, on your wedding as well. And we had a beautiful wedding on the beach that we got a chance to witness and be part of. And it was spectacular. And what was cool was as the bride walked out, there hadn't been any rain there in a month. There were some clouds that were out over the Gulf, and there was a rainbow in the clouds. And it was like it was just meant to be. Really fun stuff. So let me see what a few more comments are here. Thank you, Jill. Have a great night. You too. Brett Brock. Yes. Yeah. Dave's dad absolutely was phenomenal at playing music. Thank you, Glenn. See you. Brett Brock, good to see you on here, my friend. Rest of you have a great day. Thanks for watching today. Don't forget to hit the share button on the show like all of you do, and we appreciate that. Thank you for the over 3,000 views on Thursday of Who's Playing Out. It's brought to you each week by Froggies in Monroe, Ohio. We'll be with you tomorrow at 5 o'clock with Top 5 Tuesday, and then I'll be bringing you some trivia at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. 7 o'clock every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock on Wednesday at Heather's. Name that tune. We have some great fun there at Heather's as well. So thanks for watching today, guys. We'll catch you next time. Until then, get out and support some live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.